everybody, welcome or welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today we are doing our weekly check-in, which is where we go through our expenses for the last week. We have changed a lot of, sorry, I'm looking for something and not finding it. Changed a lot of the way that we do this. We're doing a lot more cashless type stuff, so you see a lot less cash unstuffing here. And I don't know if that's more or less interesting to you, but right now that just makes the most sense for what we have going on. So let's jump in and I'll tell you what about our spending. So we spent $43.81. It was for snacks for the kindergarten class. So I picked, because of the number of kindergartners we have to do it, so we had to sign up for 2 weeks, and I picked 2 weeks close to each other. So that's coming out of groceries, because I just recently did that probably a week ago, and I was back at Walmart, and I was like, we're going to go ahead and pick this up. $1.07. So when I bought all this stuff to get my kids like little Halloween bags ready, apparently I miscounted the bouncy ball situation. And so I went into my local dollar store and I was like, I need a package of anything that can go in the last 7 bags. And I found spider rings. And so they were $1.07, and I'm taking that out of my spending. $14.39. I ordered a monthly traveler's notebook off of Etsy. So that's coming from my spending. The A and the S you'll see over here, that just notes what card they went on. That's just for my reference when I go to make the payments. So I've been sick. I have bronchitis. Today is day, I don't know, it started on Halloween, Friday. And today is, well, I'm filming this Wednesday night. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 days. I've had a lot of Gatorade. I think that's the only thing keeping me alive at this point, if we're being honest. So that was 2 Gatorades. Actually, I think that must have just been, that can't be right, because that's not enough. So it was my 2 Gatorades, but I have my girls with me, so they each got a Gatorade. So that was 4 Gatorades. On the Friday of payday, my husband hadn't been given his cash because I was dying. And so he went out to eat for lunch, 11:44, coming from Dine Out. Saturday night, because my husband his friend was not done farming yet, and so they're done now, but he was gone Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday until they were done while I was dying on the couch. So $29.94. We ordered pizza from Casey's, and my mom picked it up after taking my kids to church. Bless her heart, all 3 of them. I don't even like doing that alone. She took all 3 kids to church with her, and then she stopped and picked up pizza for us on the way home. So that was $29.94 coming from Dine Out. I sent my husband out for more Gatorade, $10.45, and then I'm realizing I think he only brought 2 Gatorades back, so I don't know what else he got, because I'm like, oh, that's similar. But I got 4 Gatorades when I went that day to get Gatorade, so I'm not sure what else he got. But in any case, it's coming from drinks. $7.48. So it's a whole long story, but I got a new phone because our carrier was offering a free line. And so we added a line and put my old phone on that line, because that will eventually go to a child. But I had a purple sparkly case, and my oldest is a boy, and not that he doesn't like purple sparkly things, but so I just bought a cheap phone case that was a little more neutral. So $7.48. I'm just going to cover that with kids. So that asterisk notes that will be covered with cash. On day, I don't know what, of being sick, we didn't have much for groceries. Nothing, just not a lot. And so my biggest adventure was I drove to town to get myself McDonald's for lunch. That was $9.73 coming from Dine Out. Husband got groceries, I don't know, Tuesday night for the week. And that was $177.36 coming from groceries. My son wanted to get some Robux, $5.34. He gave me cash for it. So that's why it just says Wesson. And then today, I got McDonald's breakfast. And I was just like, ooh, I bet that orange juice is going to taste good. So I got 2 sausage burritos with an orange juice. Anyway, at this point, I'm like, if it, like whatever helps me to feel good about eating right now. Okay, so that is where our spending is at currently. There's only the 2 here that actually have cash. So this isn't a super exciting you know, cash unstuffing, but I have the $6 here for the Robux. And then I will jump in to our cash savings envelope here into kids, and we'll pull out $8. No, we won't. My kids were screaming off the top of their heads. Okay, so I need 8. So if I put in 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, then I should get 6 back, right? I think so. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. All right, so we have $14 here in cash now. And so what I will do, because I have $14 in cash, and those 2 cash expenses make up what, $748 plus $534. Okay, so $12.82, which is a round up of $1.18. So you'll see that back in the budget. But, whoops, now I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you how I track the rest of these since I started doing this in a cashless fashion. So they're still in my Happy Planner Mini because that's the planner I was in when I started this. I'm not in that planner right now, but we're making that work. Okay, so for our groceries, and I'm going to have to grab a calculator because I know that all the math isn't done on all these. So, you know, last time we were here, we were at 0. So we put $350 into this cashless envelope for groceries when we get got paid, excuse me. Week 1 groceries was $177.36, which left us, which even $172.64, and then we subtract the Walmart grocery snack situation, which leaves us with $128.83 in groceries currently. Next is drinks. Okay, so when we got paid, we added $60. We subtracted $10.70, which left us with $49.30. Then we subtracted $10.45, leaving us with $38.85 left there. Okay, so I'm running out of air. Okay, so now for dine out, when we, I never rolled that over because I thought maybe the last day of our pay period, somebody would grab food and they didn't. So I just ended up rolling that over and leaving it in the envelope. So when we got paid, that left us at $109.34. And if we subtract the $9.73, so the McDonald's lunch was the first thing I got. So that left that, okay, that put us at $99.61. Okay, then if I subtract the $99.61 minus $29.94, okay, that left us $69.67, and then $11.44, that left us $58.23, and as you can see, I'm straight up out of room, so I moved it over to, I made a new one for groceries because I'll need a new one here in just a minute. So we're at $58.23, and then we're subtracting the $10.26 from McDonald's breakfast, which means that we have $47.97 in dine out. And then next up is my spending, which, okay, so I was negative $1.17 after paying for the Moterm cover on Amazon with the last paycheck. I added my $70 that we were at $68.83. So carrying that over here, you didn't see these on any check-in because I got them around payday and it was after my check-in was done, and so I just came in here and did it. I got 3 blank standard TNs or TN inserts. So that was $9.10. So I subtract that. And then I ordered a Wonderland 222 planner for 2026. So that was $39.24. Okay. So that left me with $20.49. Then these are the 2 that you've seen. I ordered a monthly TN for 2026. So subtract $14.39, which leaves me with $6.10. And then I subtract the $1.07 for the kids, whatever it was, spider rings, and that leaves me with $5.03 left in my spending envelope. So that is currently how that's working out. It's working out okay. It's just, I like the cashless because it's less, worrying about cash in the bank because that money is already in there. But just making sure that I'm tracking it appropriately and sending it to the right card and tracking it here, like where it's supposed to be from. So work on the back end for me. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here each and every time you show up. You continue to surprise me, for, just wanting to be here and join my little corner of the crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.